We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Okay, break! Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go, go.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw McCarthy. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Benson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Cardinals hit 4-7 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now McCarthy. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Throwing is McCarthy. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
They run over center with Benson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when you block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
McCarthy off the play fake. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Ready? 65. Ready?
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Warrior 70. Go.
To the air with McCarthy. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cards are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
319.
Now Cook running right. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. I'm only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
These two teams all tied after one. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, McCarthy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Ready up!
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go!
On play action. Now McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
Here's McCarthy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
Allen going to change the look here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They run the counter with Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard after the 43. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Allen going to throw. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now Allen. And Cook has it left side. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From midfield, here's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
At the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now Allen. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Allen. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Allen now looks to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 16-yard line.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11th. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Allen off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now Allen going to change it up. Left side, Cook. Nifty move. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook as the 1st half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Cardinals 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
70 Lions. Let's go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set to kick off.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Allen to throw it. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Moore, the man in motion. To the air, Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. A quick throw, but incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
56.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gonzalez. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Throw left side complete. That's Gonzalez. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Cook trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. So they're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Allen going to change this at the line. Allen now on 3rd and goal. He'll try to pick it up himself. Throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And they'll accept that penalty. Allen now on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That ball caught by Harrison. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing is McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Throwing now is Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
319!
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Moore, the man in motion. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
McCarthy is set to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To the air with McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
McCarthy going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out, and the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Up the middle, it's Cook. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 78 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. He finds his man. Complete. It's Gonzalez.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a give running right. It's Cook. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Allen going to audible to a different look.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Cardinals going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Looking to throw. Allen.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scored, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And for the visitors, it is going to be